Imagine March 1945. The elite divisions of the SS, Leibstandarte, Reich, and Hitler Youth launched their last major offensive at Lake Balaton, attempting to regain the initiative in the final stages of the war. They faced a meticulously prepared defense by the Third Ukrainian Front, where the key role was played by the Su-100 self-propelled guns, machines that changed the rules of anti-tank warfare. Every position, every shot, every crew decision demonstrated that engineering skill and tactical discipline could determine the outcome, even in the final days of a major conflict. Created just a year earlier in response to the appearance of the Panther and Tiger tanks, the Su-100 combined the powerful 100mm D10S gun with carefully designed armor. The frontal part of the fighting compartment measured 75mm in thickness at a rational angle, providing an optimal balance between protection and vehicle weight. Built on the T-34 chassis, it offered high mobility, and standardized components allowed quick repairs even in field conditions. On prepared defensive lines, the Su-100 became a formidable weapon against any armored target, turning the roads of Hungary into corridors of relentless fire for the enemy. 3 newly formed brigades were concentrated at Balaton: the 207th, 208th, and 209th, each equipped with 65 self-propelled guns. Their deployment was carefully calculated. Each vehicle was positioned in a 6-meter diameter foxhole, 400 to 600 meters behind the front line, creating overlapping fields of fire. Each gun had a supporting infantry team tasked with protecting the crew from enemy grenades, assisting with reloading, and maintaining the vehicle. This was not a textbook tactic. It was a system forged on the front lines through experience.
The primary tactic was short ambushes with a jumping approach to prepared positions. As soon as German armor appeared at roughly 1 kilometer, the Su-100 would move forward, fire 2 or 3 precise shots, and retreat under cover. The flat trajectory of the D10S and the T-19 optics allowed deadly accuracy, often hitting Panthers before crews could even determine the source of fire. An example was the 1950 Third Regiment of the 209th Brigade, which destroyed 3 German tanks on Hill 133 in seconds, leaving the enemy in confusion with no opportunity to respond. Where tactics were ignored, consequences were disastrous. On March 11, 1945, the 10th 11th Regiment of the 207th Brigade, sent forward without reconnaissance or foxholes, faced 60 German tanks. In an hour, 17 of 21 vehicles were lost as the supporting infantry retreated. Using Su-100s as direct support tanks, similar to lighter Su-76s, resulted in total operational loss. 3 vehicles of the 66th Guards Rifle Division were destroyed by artillery before reaching the front. The massive weight and limited horizontal traverse made the Su-100 deadly vulnerable when maneuvered improperly. It required calm calculation and proper fire organization, and where this was ignored, the crew paid the ultimate price. Despite local mistakes and losses, the strategic impact was clear. In the first week of fighting, the 209th Brigade destroyed 49 German tanks, including 10 heavy Tigers. Experienced German crews quickly recognized the danger, avoiding direct engagement and relying on cover, yet properly organized Su-100 positions left the enemy with almost no chance. At the village of Azora, the 1952nd Regiment destroyed 3 Panzer IV tanks with only 6 shots, not allowing German crews to locate the source. The Su-100 had its limitations: no standard machine gun and a relatively small number of high-explosive shells. Yet these did not reduce its effectiveness in its primary role as a mobile anti-tank weapon. The vehicle embodied the evolution of tactics once considered exclusive to the Panzerwaffe: ambushes, echelon defensive positions, flanking strikes. The Red Army turned defense into an active and flexible system, with the Su-100 as the central element, capable of deciding engagements without exposing crews to unnecessary risk.
Every shot, every position, and every calculation reflected the maturity of engineering thought at Uralmash. The Su-100 became the culmination of the Soviet anti-tank concept: mobile, precise, and deadly. Its effectiveness relied not only on its powerful gun, but also on well-trained crews, discipline, and a deep understanding of the vehicle's limitations. Commanders, gunners, and drivers knew that success depended on coordinated action and adherence to proper tactics, which ensured high efficiency even under massive enemy assaults. The Balaton operation tested every element of the Su-100 concept. Coordinated actions, precise ambushes, use of terrain, and overlapping fire not only stopped German armor, but also demonstrated the superiority of Soviet engineering and tactical thinking. Vehicles operated as a single organism, each position calculated for maximum effect, each loss a lesson for others. Ultimately, the operation's success was a triumph not only of technology, but of the people capable of unlocking the full potential of their machines. The story of the Su-100 at Balaton shows how technical innovation and tactics interact on the battlefield. Powerful guns, well-designed armor, and the mobility of the T-34 chassis created a platform that could adapt to rapidly changing conditions. Ambushes, maneuvers, echeloned positions all allowed overcoming enemy numerical superiority and inflicting substantial losses. Every detail, from gun trajectory to crew arrangement, was designed for safe and effective use in combat. Even in the most challenging scenarios, the Su-100 demonstrated that engineering precision and crew discipline could compensate for design limitations. Each success and each setback became part of experience honed in practice. A vehicle that required proper use nevertheless provided strategic advantage. The Balaton operation became the pinnacle of this tactic, where accuracy, mobility, and discipline turned defense into active battlefield control.
By the end of March 1945, the Su-100 symbolized the engineering skill and combat readiness of the Red Army. These machines showed that a carefully balanced combination of firepower, protection, and mobility could change the outcome of combat even when facing numerically superior forces. The Balaton operation confirmed the Su-100's potential and marked the culmination of Soviet anti-tank tactics, a synergy of technology, crew training, and strategy, where every detail mattered and every calculation counted. The Su-100, created as a counter to heavy German tanks, became the apex of the Red Army's mobile anti-tank concept. The vehicles demonstrated that machinery and human skill could operate in complete synchronization, maximizing effectiveness while minimizing losses. Their actions at Balaton remain a vivid example of how engineering brilliance and disciplined crews transformed defense into an instrument of victory, where every detail and every calculation was decisive.